So Revolution's had a new bowl installed. Nice big wooden, like the rest of their sets and ramps, it's all mostly made out of wood. It's got the same feel and same sort of layout as the rest of the park, which is nice. Fits in really well. It's quite nice to just go around, practice a few simple things. I mean, I've not got much in the bowling the way it is at the moment, working towards getting better, but a couple of little slashes and a couple of little stalls here and there, working out the feel. I mean, it's a nice easy sort of square rectangle based pool with some really nice easy flowy corners. Nothing too tight, nothing too difficult. It's just got a nice little range of height, so you can start off working on one end and build it up a little bit before putting it back onto the sort of mini ramp side, the other side. So here's my little day there. Got down there nice and early, started at 10 o'clock when doors opened. It wasn't too bad considering this was during the Easter holidays, but I've got the park relatively to myself. A couple of people there at the start. There's a party going on in the newish, I say newish, it's been open for a couple of years now, their flow section, so I've pretty much got the mini ramp and the pool to myself. The stuff that I hadn't done since visiting there last year, these like spines for example, there's a few spines around here but I haven't made the most use of them, so I wanted to go in, and that's one of the things I find is a good selling point. It's a nice set of spines. You've got a few little spines and bumps over in the flow section, so it's just a nice place to practice and work your way up into different sections and different parts. And again, nice small mini ramp over at the back end far corner, so I can practice these front side stalls, coming in fakie and locking in on trucks, which is something new I've been working on, and I've been able to sort of just about get it on the flat bank at my local crystal, but just not enough to really lock it in on a good ramp, so I thought I'd come down and work on those quite heavily for this day. What I like about Rev is you can book in for the day, or you can book it for an hour or two. It's quite I think a lot of indoor parks have that system, but I found Rev's one quite nice for what you get and what you can do in that time. Starts to get busier as the day goes on, as more kids sort of have their free time and wake up and whatever. So as the day progresses on, it gets busier and busier, but it's still just a nice set of ramps, a nice set of mini ramps, just to keep working on and going on. These little rocks and rock fakies and sort of front side stalls that we're going for. I find it so much easier to get into them, like I can lock onto the ramp, but it's just that mind-brain game again, still sort of stopping you from balancing off and getting back in the bowl, which is, I know it's a minor issue, it's nothing particularly big, we've all gone through it, we all know what we're doing with it, but just when it hits, it just stays there, doesn't it? It just sort of gets in your head. And like I said before, I think the best thing to do then is have a range of skills that you're working on and try to lock in, practice those slash grinds, get them right down, get the feel of it in, go for things that you can do any day of the week, like a tail stall, which mine aren't clean. I can feel them being a bit off balance and they're not where I'd like them to be, but it's something I can just throw in and work on. So here we've got the flow section of Rev, really nice, big space. It's definitely more catered to, I think, like beginners, but also young beginners. The sort of flow and design, you've got these like levels on your way up. You can go off the mini sort of like little ramp and little deck, or you can go on the bigger ones, and then you've got the little box, which I think they can interchange to different rails here and there. I can definitely remember there being a rail where the box was, but I think for my particular interest in skating and my ability with skating, the mini ramp is definitely where I spent most of the day. I was really proud of my sort of axles locking on, get that kick turn into the axle a lot more, getting it solidly into the coping, mixing it in with a few runs. I know a boring run or a very beginner run is just axle saw, rock to fakie, fakie rock. It's a very repetitive set of things, but it's just nice to, when you start getting something down, just to keep going over and over and over it, like the grinds over the started to get those down and just get the feel of them and get what you get out of it. Again, just trying some new things, just some little layback skills, Going back to my hand plants, which I've still not got the right lift for. I need to get really up and into the ramp. I need to let the board go up more and over. I'm sort of just letting it roll through, where I need to get my body a bit more vertical. But after about 5-10 attempts of that, my wrist started to go. Little one-handed layback there, getting there nicely. Starting to get there. But yeah, after about 5-10 attempts, my wrist was starting to go, so I was like, that's enough for that one. Just some hand grip moves, some laybacks, and then fall straight off the board. It's getting there. Small steps, Andrew, small steps. We're going to get there eventually. Tiring though, just keep on bailing them out. Starting to work on some grinds as well. It's a bit forced, I'm having to shunt it along a little bit, but I'm getting on there. I can feel the momentum dragging, I just need to change that angle slightly. And yeah, just a good day all round. Nice to finish back up on that spine. Feeling it rock over. That's a really nice little pause I got there. Not intentional, I was aiming to go over, I just didn't get my weight over that toe so I can get the heels down. Little adjustment on the knee pad and boom, off we go. Have a nice day. Cheery bye.